And look at where the mic is right now. Look at where the mic is right now. What the fuck am I thinking?
That's so good.
God damn it. That's some fun of that shit.
That is some fun of that shit.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Highly Suspicious Podcast with Louie and Preston. My name is Louie.
My name's Preston.
We are reporting once again live from the Trap House. In a moment of seriousness, we're going to get this out here so we can go to more stupider, goofier things like our usual content. But rest in peace to everyone that lost their lives in the shooting yesterday. It really sucks that I originally thought it was just like a robbery, but it was literally just a shooting. That's what it was. It was this guy who was bitter about losing his job, that probably had some other problems, and it's fucked up. It's sad. Yeah. It's sad for everybody.
This is good for us as a official statement. I know this is just kind of randomly thrown in here, but we do need to say something about it because we'll always be a local podcast. And we're very much Louisvillians. Not a lot of people take pride in their city, and Louisville's a hard city to take pride in. But I am a townie. And yeah, it is not perfect.
But it has some great things about it.
It does have some great things. So, our hearts go out to our city, but
yeah, the families especially, because I can't even imagine
in America right now
if your son went to work one day and they fucking got killed at a bank. What type of shit is that?
Just doing your fucking job, dude.
What type of shit is that?
You can just be out doing your fucking job, and some crazy person shows up with a weapon that our government, or at least our state government, is like, no, people should be able to have those.
We should all understand that we take a risk every time we leave the house. Yeah. And we go outside every day knowing that there's a possibility that some bullshit might happen. Yeah. And we might not fucking survive.
That's just humanity throughout history.
But we can't live in fear. We have to
There's nothing we can change about
living our lives. We can't live in fear of the next thing happening, even though I know for a fact that it's going to shake some people. Just like a wake-up call as far as you know.
Well, and it's crazy because we're of a generation where school shootings were a really normal thing, consistently happening thing. It used while we were in school. And so it's not even I feel like I came to terms with that possibility at a younger age, basically. That, I could go to school and there could be some threat, but fuck them.
It used to be a thing, though, where it was a big deal. Yeah. But now it doesn't even hardly make front pages of the news. And that's a quick thing I want to tackle. Them calling the shooter an aggressive assaulter. Dude. Fuck you, media, for being fucking pussies. That's my take on that.
I'm so glad you said that, because I was about to try to transition to that. You just came out and said it. Honestly, I think that's part of why it was confusing what was really happening at first. Because I had a customer stop by, and he was like, "You got the news on?" I was like, "Bro, we don't have a TV here. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't got the news on." And he was like, "Some shit's going on downtown." And I was like, "Oh, some shit?" And I looked it up, and I was like, it didn't even say at a bank. It just said, in this general area of downtown by Slugger State. There was a lot of just conflicting and weird information early on. And of course, it's crazy when we live in a day and age where somebody could just be like, "I don't think that's real," and just be walking around with that as their take.
And I don't want to... This will be the last thing I say. Yeah. I don't want to make this a political conversation. But shout out to the cops, too, for doing their job and fucking stopping this literal mass murder.
At least basically. They got the guy. That is kind of my take at the end of the day as well.
You hear some of the stories, and I forget which one this was.
Dude could have totally gotten away and
when there was
done it somewhere else.
When there was the shooting at elementary school, remember that the fucking cops were standing outside for an hour, basically did nothing. Them fucking kill kids inside because they were fucking pussies.
So at least LMPD.
I don't like cops, but
did their job.
I'm happy that they did what they were supposed to do. Anyways,
on to your regularly scheduled programming.
So, it's kind of been a weird week.
Very weird week. In my opinion.
We're in between, big pieces of news, right? Because there was a bunch of big news, in the last couple weeks, but last week, I mean, there just hasn't been a lot happening, you know. We're kind of in between sports right now. There's literally like nothing going on right now. Mm-hmm. The NBA playoffs are about to start, but they haven't started yet. So I've just been fucking sitting around the house, you know. I've been watching iZombie. So I really don't got a lot to say. That's
what year did that come out, Louis? What year are you living in right now?
It came out in like 2015, I think.
You're living in 2015? I'm so proud of you. That's such a good time.
I didn't watch it in 2015.
Louis, you know it's hard times when I'm watching like my comfort shows. All right? Everybody has them. Everybody has their comfort shows. Nikki and I are about to go back and watch House for like what would be my third time of watching House.
Is House good?
House is so good,
really?
Louis. If you've never watched House, I encourage you to go watch it. It's so long. It's so good. For how long it is, it's overall really good.
So is it more complex than like a regular run-of-the-mill like
it's a good drama
show?
It's a good drama, and there's a lot of drama in it, but it's also really funny. Hugh Laurie is one of my favorite actors in general. Mm-hmm. All it takes is a really good character for me to like a show. There doesn't have to be a great show overall, but if there's a character that I can just enjoy watching, that's fine. That's all I really need.
I feel that.
So I've been watching some cartoons as well. We watched not Rick and Morty. Regular show. Cut that shit out, please.
You said Rick and Morty.
Make me sound less butted.
And then you were about to say Mordecai.
They're very similar. You can't tell me that the shows aren't overall similar. That's why I think Regular Show is superb, because it is the original.
Do they kind of influence that?
Rick and Morty.
Do you ever watch Scrubs? That's the only...
You like Scrubs, don't you?
That's the only, like, doctor type of thing that I watch.
I've never watched all of it. I started to,
and
it just doesn't... It is too goofy for me.
I also probably watched that at a good age because I was, like, 14.
Yeah. So it was still kind of, like, silly enough.
And, you know, I liked a lot of sitcoms more back then.
Sitcoms do feel goofy to me.
I watched The Office.
I'm not a Seinfeld person, you know? Like,
I
stuff like
love
that.
Seinfeld.
I don't know.
It's so funny. Caroline would agree with
I like
you
The Office.
She doesn't fuck with Seinfeld.
I like the early Office. Afterwards, it starts to... Ugh.
There was a whole wave of, like, newer sitcoms where it was less laugh track heavy and it was more subtle than that, like that Office, like Parks and Rec, which was kind of the same thing.
I know a lot of people really like Parks and Rec.
It was pretty good. Talk about an all-star cast, too, because it was a bunch of these people before they were big as hell.
Very fucking true.
Chris Pratt was just the fat friend. Aubrey Plaza, she's great in that. That's one of those shows that's very character-driven for me.
Yeah.
Just a lot of good characters that you like, that you might dislike, but
sometimes, you also like to dislike them.
Like the Michael Scott thing.
Yeah. He's so cringe, but he's also, like, very wholesome.
My dad says that The Office is kind of hard to watch because...
It can be.
I mean, he just says, like, the cringiest things.
He does.
He's so
You know why
up.
It's funny, though? Because it's real. Because everybody has had a boss that's really cringe.
That doesn't give a fuck.
Everybody knows that person, alright? That's what makes character-driven shows really good, is if you can, like, relate to them in that way where you're like, oh, I fucking know that guy.
So, one thing that was interesting about iZombie, it kind of predicted the Alec Baldwin thing where he shot and killed somebody, because there's a murder in the show where they're filming for a show called Zombie High that's the show, and this dude's supposed to shoot a fake gun at him, but he was given a real gun, and it fucking kills off one of the characters. So they're, like, investigating the murder and shit. They're interviewing, like, these zombies on the set, and they're like, yeah, zombies are so underrated. You know what there should be? There should be a show where the zombie's the main character. And there's, like, a cop partner in it, and he's just like, that's dumb. That's dumb.
That's fucking gold. I like self-aware comedy. I'm not mad at that kind of joke. You should be able to poke fun at your content.
It's really hard
to... It's like breaking the fourth wall for TV, basically.
When they break the fourth wall at almost anything, it's hard. I usually don't like it
It can be hard to watch, yeah.
Because sometimes it's just kind of fucking stupid. Especially with comedies, I mean. Like, I feel like half the jokes in Monty Python, like the Holy Grail, is fucking, haha, this is a movie. Haha, this is supposed to be medieval times, but we have a bunch of stupid shit that wasn't in medieval times. You get the joke, you guys, that it's not actually real? Like, we know that it's not actually real, so I don't think it's that funny.
Too meta is also a very real thing, yeah.
My taste in TV shows is very strange. I don't know if we've talked about this a lot, but I just watch a lot of bullshit, for real. Like, I enjoy shit that's less than an hour that I can just turn my mind off to, maybe watch one in a city if I don't have any time, and just fucking turn my brain off. Me and Caroline are watching...
It's just background noise.
Me and Caroline are watching the new Outer Banks. I don't know if you know anything about that.
I can't watch shit like that, Louis. Sorry.
It's fucking...
I'm not even judging you for that. I just can't enjoy it. I get it. There are a lot of things
bad.
like that I get. Yeah. No, it's bad, but you like to watch it.
But
It's a guilty pleasure. That is a whole category of TV, is guilty pleasures. And all dramas are really like that, Oh, it feeds a little part of me. It's like watching, like Real Housewives shit, where it's just so cringe, but you're also like, damn, these are self-absorbed people. At least I'm not doing as bad as them.
Yeah.
Like, at least I'm not that not well adjusted.
That's literally the only thing positive that reality shows do, is make you feel more normal in your weird little life.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, well, at least I'm not a fucking bitch that hates her friends.
Dude,
is that the plot of all that shit?
Pretty much, yeah. They're all friends, but they also fucking hate each other, and yeah, they are all bitches, so I agree.
Do you think that those same habits would be exhibited in all human friend groups to some degree? Like, if you had, like, a confessional room where you could go back there and give a soliloquy.
Do we all hate our friends a little bit? Is that what you're saying?
Like, I can imagine, like, if I was in confessional, even though I love Pierce, I would be like, half the time, God damn it, Pierce. Fuck. Your ass is fucking silly.
Silly Pierce. We just had this motherfucker on.
Nah, I love Pierce. That's why I gave that as a name, because he knows that it's no actual shade.
Yeah.
But don't you think that's true? That everyone would probably have something to say about somebody?
That might be the most real thing I've ever heard you say, Louis.
Maybe it is closer to reality.
That's a pretty good revelation.
Maybe it is closer to reality than we care to admit.
True.
Anyways.
No, I think that's a good thought experiment, though. Like, I definitely think... I like people watching, And that is definitely, like, a people-watching thing. Is if you ever watch, like, a group of friends interact, it's really interesting. I've gone to, like, things for one of my coworkers, and it's, like, them and their friends interacting. It's also, like, it was one of my younger coworkers, and it was for their birthday, and they were just like, I just want to have you guys, like, have a picnic with you guys for my birthday. It was all them and their little friends, and I was just like, they are wholesome. All of these kids are wholesome. I'm so glad that they are all, like, a little collective. It's crazy to people watch and, like, think about social dynamics like that. That's one of my favorite things to do at, like, work sometimes.
Each group kind of interacts differently. Like, you ever be around, like, a friend group that, like, you don't really vibe with?
Yeah, it's a whole different vibe in that friend
group. It feels like you're almost speaking a different language.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll have that when I'll go and hang around some people, and all they want to do is talk about, like, their real life shit. Yeah. And I just have no interest in reality at all.
Just vibe. Just show up and vibe.
Yeah. And that's usually what I'll have to do when I'm like, I don't want to fucking talk to you people.
Damn.
We've all been in that scenario, haven't we? I'm not talking shit about anyone in particular.
That tells me that it's the wrong size friend group, is if it's like a weird dynamic. Because the right size friend group, you should be able to click off with like a couple of people. You know, that's a larger social situation, though. It's really weird being at like a friend's party. That is one of the weirdest social dynamics I can think of, because they'll have friend groups within the overall friend group, and they'll sort of rotate around.
Yeah.
Which is so interesting that that's a thing that people consistently do. Like every party I've ever been to, it is like the person that is friends with everybody that is like hosting or whatever, or who it's for, just rotates around, says hi to all their little cliques.
Yeah, makes the little rotations. My mom's having a party this week, and I'm definitely gonna have to be on that mode where kind of the host, you know, there's gonna be a bunch of family and shit there.
Yeah.
Gonna be one of the only people that, you know, everybody knows, so you just have to make the rounds, you know, make sure everybody's
For sure.
happy and not fighting each other. Is that the secret undertone to when you're having to play host? When
you are making everything run smoothly. Yeah.
when you're younger, you're more worried about
You're the
people breaking
conductor.
shit.
Yeah.
That's
True.
more of a thing when you're younger.
True.
But when you're older, you know,
You're making
parties
sure
are less rowdy when you're older. You know, people aren't just breaking shit
True.
like
True.
fucking idiots. But, you know, if my aunt from this side of the family and my aunt from this side of the family, they start talking about politics.
You know what's worse, Louis?
What?
A family reunion.
Yeah.
Worse than just a party is a family reunion.
Yeah. Because
then you gotta make your rounds, but it's not like you're making your rounds. It's like you're being held hostage repeatedly.
yeah.
It's like you walk in one room for food and there's like two motherfuckers you gotta talk to for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or more if somebody likes to talk a bit too much.
Bruh.
Then you're
Someone,
fucked.
when an old person really catches your ear, they start telling you like
They
war
chew
stories.
You out. They chew you out. Bro.
You're like, bro, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom over here.
I got some
Goodbye."
family reunions coming up.
But you can't just cut them off because they're mid-story, and it would be fucking rude to just be like, you know, middle of a sentence, just walk away.
Yeah.
Something I've probably experimented with, but the great Lou Dini.
Dude, no, that's actually... Oh my god. You know what the perfect hiding spot is at a family gathering?
What?
A fucking basement.
Yes.
Let's go.
Those are always where the cool people are, too.
Exactly.
Like
the cool cousins in the basement playing cards or some shit.
And
That's
basement could
actually
be
the most...
unfinished as hell, storage space. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
If there's a
You're down
table,
there.
if there is a chair of some sort, you vibe in the basement.
Did every kid have that exact same
I think so.
thing where they're banished to the underground almost? Not banished because, like you said, it was better.
It's
down
better
there.
this way.
Because you could just do kind of
Toss
stupid
the children
shit.
in the basement.
We used to be playing poker in the basement at my
Yeah.
grandparents.
No, that's what I do at some family reunions.
Because
For
they
sure.
had like a whole poker table down there.
Yeah.
So that
Do you
was-
like playing poker, Louis?
I'm not very good at it. I don't
I'm
really
not very
know.
good at it either.
I don't really know the rules very well.
Louis,
So
you want to go to the
sometimes-
casino? Do the podcast live from Vegas.
Have I told you that I've been to a casino?
Let's go to Atlantic City, actually. Sounds more affordable.
Have I told you my story when I went to a casino?
No.
It's not really a story.
Give me the
but
casino story.
It was fucking. We went to Caesars, and
Cool.
my friend Usher was just balling on fuck, what was it? Roulette.
Hey.
He kept going red or he kept going blue, and he just kept doubling it up.
Hey.
And he went up like $200 something at a point, but then he just kept playing and kept playing and kept playing, and the house wins every time.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
house
you gotta
doesn't win all the time.
You gotta
but-
know when to leave. That's the real
Yeah.
secret to doing that shit. Is don't buy
It's-
into gambling. Honestly, if you
It's
win at
impossible,
something
though.
like that, that's just chance. Those are the games that I would sort of play.
Uh-huh.
If it's a game of skill like poker, if I was good at it, I would play it.
We played blackjack for a few hands, and it was fucking hard. Like, I don't know how, but that
card games can be kind of hard.
That fucking dealer almost got blackjack like every time.
Yeah.
And it was like, bro, of course we're not gonna fucking win, because every time I get a hit, I'm either gonna fucking bust, or I'm gonna be way too low.
Yeah. I like the idea of like giving yourself a budget. Like, what would happen if you went into a casino with a budget and you were like, okay, I'll do like 2 games of this, and then I'll go play some machines. I feel like also if you only make, it's possible to go there and just make a little bit of money. Pretty easily. You can go to a casino and walk out with like $50. That's pretty easy.
But because you keep playing, you end up losing. So you just gotta know, like, however much money I have.
It depends on how much you walk in with as well. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, because I did a good job of being like, okay, I'm just bringing like $50. I have every intention to fucking just lose this shit playing games.
Did you lose it all, or? Damn.
Yeah. Because I did the roulette, and I did the blackjack, and I did...
The blackjack was hard, yeah.
And I did a few sports bets, because that was before sports betting was legal in Kentucky.
Nice.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
But nice. I bet on 3 games. It was just at the beginning of the NFL season, and my gut was telling me to pick the Seahawks, even though they don't really have a quarterback. They'd kind of been doing good, and my gut said that. And then Alejandro was there, and he was like, "You don't want to pick the Seahawks, bro."
Damn.
And I fucking shouldn't have listened to him, because I would have made money, because they were huge underdogs in that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I made 3 stupid bets, and then that was a wrap. All my money was gone.
Damn.
The end. At least I didn't have,
over
like
100 in the hole.
$1,000 or something.
Thousands.
Bro, people lose a lot of fucking money on their gambling.
That's how they make money. That's the whole system. It's honestly like, it's crazy that people have a gambling addiction. Are like, no, I'll get it back. There's no way I'll get it back.
Gambler's fallacy.
Yeah.
I love that one picture where it's the guy.
Like, if you can't believe that the house won, what the fuck do you even know?
Have you seen that meme where it's the guy digging and he stops right before the diamonds, and then he's walking back all sad, and then it says, "Keep gambling."
Oh my god. That's horrible. I hate propaganda like that.
But, we're totally taught to gamble at a young age. We've kind of talked about this already too, but it's true.
Yeah.
We literally play like children's roulette.
Yeah.
But instead of real money, it's with like fruitsy rolls and shit.
Well, and like video games and stuff are generally designed to be like that. Social media is designed to be like that. Phones in general are designed to feel addictive and tactile. That's part of the vibration setting on like iPhones and shit. It's kind of satisfying if you like the tactile feeling of a phone. It's a satisfying feeling. I don't really like it. I like having my phone on like silent.
I always have mine on silent.
My phone sucks, honestly. So I really only watch shit on it, use social media on it, and message people on it. I don't even do phone calls. I have that shit set to only like 3 contacts can actually, it'll ring for them. All the other ones, it's just on silent or vibrate. No, but you should be.
I don't really call
It's like my wife and my mom. And,
God damn it, I didn't make
maybe my grandmother.
God damn it. I'm going to think about that all day. Bro.
It'll vibrate, but it's not going to ring.
I was in class today.
I missed so many calls from Nikki that she was like, you gotta make sure that shit rings. And I was like, you know what? I'm going in the settings and I'm making it only ring for her. And then it didn't ring for like my mom or my grandma. Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, I feel bad. They weren't pissed. They just ended up texting me, or I would text them back because I saw it later. But I would just miss calls all the time.
Bro, I gotta tell you about this because this is fucking unrelated, but it's just so funny and this happened today. I was in class earlier today. And and it's literally like the first like 5 seconds of the class, and the people next to me are laughing, and they're like, I think his fly is down. The professor's fly was down the entire class. And it was kind of awkward, but I was also kind of holding back laughter because it was so funny. He was talking about fucking slope intercept form. His fly was just down. I wish it was socially acceptable to just raise my hand and be like, Professor,
sir,
your fly is down.
Just hit him with, sir, your fly is.
Because it's the same type of thing as like saying like you got food in your teeth.
Like, I get what you're saying.
You are doing
them a favor.
You are doing a good thing by doing that. And you're taking some of the awkwardness by doing a good thing for somebody.
You're making the embarrassment like not last as long.
Yeah.
Because it just feels awkward to just watch.
Because I couldn't say that we listened to the professor's lecture for an entire hour and 15 minutes, and his fly was down the entire time.
Bro. So very early into class, you were aware of that.
Literally like the very beginning of the class.
Bro, that's a good social experiment right there, too. Just walk around with your fly down. See how people react.
I would if I had a fly. I would if I had a fly.
Always wearing the sports shorts, the Nikes.
Every memory of you left in me, and now each time I smile, I grit my teeth. 'Cause the world of the strangers, you found someone new and she looks just like me. Not thanks to you, I question everything, but let me make this easy for you. I'll become someone new.
You just listened to Someone New by Caroline Rose.
I feel like I've heard that before. Maybe I have.
Really?
Maybe I haven't. I don't know. It sounds familiar.
Do you think it sounds familiar in a way like it's similar to some things you've heard on the radio?
That could also be
Or like maybe Nicki's played it. I don't know.
Either of those are a possibility. That's how I feel about it.
But pretty run-of-the-mill pop song. I really like pop music, man. The thing about pop music, it just has to be good. I mean, that sounds fucking stupid to say.
My playlist for work, that's just like stuff I can play over the cafe speakers. That's all, PG-13, we'll say, is all kind of poppier music than what I usually listen to. But it's all good shit still.
I like pretty much everything about this. I say this whenever I talk about a track that's more aesthetic than lyrical.
Mm-hmm.
But I like every part of this, I like the sound of it. I like the electronic shit in it. I don't know if you're as big of an electronic person as I am. Or at least I grew up on it, so I just kind of have...
I like a lot of MGMT kind of
That's definitely electronic.
Or like Glass Animals, Tame Impala, stuff like that. That's all way poppier.
Definitely electronic, too.
Yeah, and very electronic. I like some good guitars. Mm-hmm. Every time I hear a really good song in that sort of area, it makes me want to sell my acoustic guitar and get an electric guitar. Because that's what I first learned on, and I'm just kind of like, it's easier to play. It's so thin. You can get those really unique, distorted sort of sounds. I like putting, I don't even know what it's technically called, but basically it frets it down, and you can sort of lock it into place and play it higher pitched.
I know.
And it changes the whole sound. I love electric guitars.
A song is good when it kind of makes you want to do shit like that.
Mm-hmm. It makes me miss playing an electric guitar.
When I'll listen to like a rap song and I'll be like, this makes me want to rap.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Or when I hear something by Terrence Martin, like he's always in a song for like a few seconds or whatever. Even a few
it's
seconds.
It's kind of the same thing if a song makes you want to sing along.
Do it. Yeah. I really like the lyrics too. I like lyrics and everything. You know what I'm saying? If it's not very good lyrics, especially if it's like cringy lyrics, it'll make me not really want to listen to something. But she's talking about like a breakup, and she's saying that you're with someone new. She looks just like me.
Yeah.
And because of that, she's talking about
that's a
changing.
fucked up feeling too. That's really
Isn't that about a bitch?
Yeah, right.
When it's like you got the dollar version,
dude. No, that's like Jolene sort of feeling, where it's just like comparing yourself to someone else who is with someone that you like were with or wish you could be with. That sort of shit. Those are very complex love sort of dynamics to write about.
Totally.
And I like a good love song. There's always that's some of my favorite like soul classics and shit like that are all the sort of ballads. Yeah. Basically.
She really
There's
is
a great sound in there.
She's talking about heartbreak, but she is also talking about love.
And it's good to like mix the emotions of like anger and love into a story like that.
Because that just makes it more emotional.
That makes it more passionate and real, yeah.
Because I feel like some of the, poppy love songs, like, they make the shit just sound perfect.
Yeah, or just, like, sort of dreamy and, like, the sort of honeymoon phase, not the harsh aspects of
real love.
Of real love, yeah.
But she also talks about since he's dating someone that looks like her, she's kind of changing her own shit. She's buying new sheets. She's changing her appearance. Yeah. And she also says, though, that next time you see me, you'll barely recognize me. Even though they're broken up, she's still kind of doing it for him. Yeah. In the idea that one day he might see her and be like, damn, she's not the same person that she used to be.
That's another harsh aspect of a relationship like that. It's crazy to like think about putting feelings like that out in a song. Yeah. That's such an intimate sort of thing, like personal feeling and experience.
And that's why it's hard.
It is powerful to like perform something like that even.
That's why people are more likely to do like the basic love songs, because you'll get brownie points for writing a basic love song. But if you were dating somebody,
and if it's poppy enough, people will listen. They'll always listen to a poppy love song.
Imagine if you were dating somebody that was talking about some shit like that. That would kind of be like, damn, I didn't even know that you felt like that. And now you're broadcasting it to a billion people worldwide. Yeah. Especially if they were like a big artist.
Yeah, and it's crazy when bigger artists talk about their emotions, too. What I love about any artist that I actually connect with, it is because they'll talk some real shit in their songs. I like that. Overall, sonically, lyrics are cool. I don't know. I just don't listen to... I think I went through a phase where I definitely listen to more female artists. But I think generally what's just like on Spotify related to shit that I listen to is never going to recommend female artists. Yeah. There is a playlist that I have that is more like lyrically based stuff. Yeah. And there's a lot of singer-songwriter females.
And I'm kind of mad about that too, because
I think it's just about what's out there and what like the algorithms will push at you.
I'm much more likely to listen to male rapper than a female rapper, and because of
I like a lot of female rappers, but I fully agree with that.
Because of most of what I listen to is rap, it kind of makes it harder, because I have a couple, exceptions to the rule, obviously. Like, I really like Rap City. Yeah. And, Tierra Whack is really good. I'm not saying I don't like them, it's just, like, a lot of what I like is some weird underground shit, or some, like, almost popular shit like we just listened to. Because of that, I mean, there's not a bunch of women in the underground that are really being pushed like that are on my radar, at least. And I could be ignorant, but whatever. Here's a fun thing that I'm going to bring to the table. So, I basically have a montage. So, this all started with one tweet that said, Charlemagne is really an interviewer that don't hold in none of his intrusive thoughts.
Damn.
And because of that sparked all these amazing quote tweets where it's all the crazy ass fucking shit that Charlemagne has said over the years. And it's so fucking funny, bro. So,
I have seen clips of him. He is unfiltered. He says some butted shit.
That's why he's likely to be in the memes, because he'll just say something so crazy.
Yup.
So this is a clip that I think a lot of people have seen where he's talking to Mariah Carey.
Your ass cheese.
No disrespect, but I didn't know you had ass.
Oh my! Don't look at this shit.
My fault. I'm talking out loud.
And that demonstrates kind of what the original tweet's talking about. Like, he literally
He did
says
not pause.
whatever's in his mind.
Oh my
No
God.
disrespect, but I didn't know you had ass like that. Damn, we're live on the radio. That's crazy.
I'm so dead. Oh my God. Radio shows are wild though, you know? Like all radio hosts are just a personality type.
Yeah, and they definitely play it up on purpose to some degree.
for sure.
But there's
They
some
got
degree where you're getting into dangerous territories.
Very dangerous territories. When he just can't even like stop himself. He literally just did not pause. He was like, no disrespect.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry to say. But you seem to have an ass.
And he said that like she didn't know that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
This is a clip of him with Soulja Boy.
Oh my
I'm
God.
from Compton.
I am from Bumpton.
You from Compton?
Yeah, I'm from Bumpton. Yeah.
I thought you were
Wow.
from Mississippi somewhere.
Nah, I'm from Bumpton. I'm from California, Bumpton. Yeah.
How?
What you mean? How? Where you from? South Carolina?
Yeah.
How you from there?
I was born and raised there.
Okay, believe that.
You was born in Compton?
Nah, I was born in Chicago.
I'm so. I'm from Compton.
I am.
Asking the real
Fucking with
questions.
them.
It did sound like he was fucking with him because he kept saying Bompton.
Yeah.
And he said, so Compton? You're from Compton? Really trying him on the radio. Like, what if Soulja Boy felt the type of way about that? He was like, man, fuck you, Charlemagne. I think that's kind of why.
Bumpton.
I think that's why Kanye likes him, because
Yeah,
Because
it
they're
seems
kinda
like they would
similar.
get along.
yeah.
Is this one bad?
This video is fucking hilarious. This is perfectly cropped, so it's like a 3-second clip,
Oh my God.
and it's kind of quiet. So make sure that you listen to this. He's talking to Serge Ibaka, who's a big ass basketball player.
Let's not move on from your meat. Let's talk about you in those gray sweatpants. Let's not move on from your meat. Let's talk about you in those gray sweatpants.
Let's talk about you in those grays. Get the fuck
That's
out, bro.
crazy.
Get the fuck out. What the
Talking about
hell?
another man's meat.
He said, bro, the gray sweatpants.
This is something that he did after an interview with J-Lo.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy right there. It's the Breakfast Club. It's J-Lo.
Thank you, guys.
J.O. just left.
Bruh.
Fails.
So,
Uh-uh.
because this is a non-visual medium, I have to explain what that was.
Honestly, I might put that up as the fucking picture. It
After-
might be him face deep in the chair that she just sat in.
Giving it a big old sniff where J-Lo is sitting.
He held it.
He hit that like a
pulled-
bong.
Yes. He like pulled the chair into his face. That's some demented shit.
I think everyone knows the Logic one, where he's talking to Logic, and he says possibly the most outlandish thing anyone's ever said on the radio.
His father was a crackhead, right?
He was. He's doing good now.
He's doing good
sober now. But it's crazy.
It's all about who the hell raped your sisters?
Oh, man, I don't want to get into that. It's a little too personal.
Who the hell raped your sister? If I'm Logic, bro, I'm fighting over that.
I would
bro. That's
leave.
insane.
I'm surprised that man didn't leave.
You're like, I don't want to talk about
He
that,
said,
man.
too personal, dude.
I mean, yeah.
I think if you're going to be on with him, you might already know what you're getting yourself into a little bit and might not be that shocked when he says something like that and know to just bat it off with, that's too personal. Who's he with this time?
He's with some random schmoes in this one, but what he says is so crazy. I just gotta say it.
I'm gonna be, if I was to ever, be getting raped by another man,
Yikes.
I would offer him head.
Fuck that. Yo, I ain't sucking no dude's dick, bro. That's scared to get raped. Yo.
Why?
Why? Because his brain went there and he had to say it. He doesn't know how to stop his mouth.
This is one where he's talking to Magic Johnson.
Yeah, Jesus.
And as everyone knows, Magic had HIV at one point, and he since recovered from it. So this is...
When you first got the information, did you ever say to yourself, it was that nasty bitch from Sacramento who did that? when you first...
Oh my god.
I know...
He really can't stop himself.
I know that you got cured from AIDS, but do you ever wonder, who gave you the HIV in the first place?
It's like they're compulsive liars and that he is a compulsive truth teller. Oh my god.
I feel like my uncle's kind of like that, where he just has zero filter at all. And he'll just say... I mean, he's funny sometimes, but sometimes he just says
it's funny, sometimes it's off-putting. And
sometimes he says something where it's like, you really had no self-control to not say that. And that'll be at the family reunion, too.
Oh, great. He's just harassing. He's inviting people on to let him harass them a little bit.
I don't even remember what this one is.
Yeah. Act like your vagina got some value, damn it. Yeah. Act like your vagina got some value, damn it. Yeah.
I feel like I can't say anything after that.
Act like your vagina got some value, damn it. That is crazy.
Put that on a throw pillow.
I was so weak going through those because...
You know what would actually be really funny?
What?
Stuff with those quotes on it.
Like t-shirts?
Yeah.
A t-shirt that says, act like your vagina got some value, damn it.
Or other out-of-pocket phrases. Oh my god.
Who the hell raped your sister?
Oh my god.
Nah, man.
Logic composed himself so well.
That honestly, see, that's reason 1,000,001 why it would suck to be a celebrity.
True.
Because Logic in that situation cannot win. Because people are going to bar him up if he doesn't say anything, but they bar him up if he beat his ass, which is kind of what you should do in that situation.
I'm glad to know you would go.
I don't have a sister, but if that type of thing actually happened, I'd be like, bruh, talking about their shit on live television, not television, but shit that's gonna be seen by millions and millions of people. That's totally he's gotta be incendiary just to be incendiary.
Either that or he's just built different. I don't know.
Because what answer was he expecting there? What was the best case scenario answer from Logic there? For him to be like, oh yeah, we know who did it.
Or we don't know.
Yeah, actually we don't know.
Yeah.
Why would we know?
People just out here being famous saying shit like that. Just being famous by being outrageous.
He is famous for saying kind of crazy shit.
Exactly. You think that's all the time we got?
I think we're at that time.
All right. Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Highly Suspicious Podcast. We will be back next Friday, every Friday. Link in bio, as always, to our social medias. Follow us. Click that notification bell, or whatever the fuck it looks like on Spotify or Apple Music or wherever the hell you're listening to this. And, yeah, thank you for joining us.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.